Khan, hey, Shalom. First off, to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the word only calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the word only calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who I saw me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Low willing videos edify, only I can get some fun in this video. Quick video through the spirit. I want to go ahead and grab a couple precepts here in Psalms 49, basically going into the inward thought of Esau and these nations, right? Is that, especially Esau, really, they think that they're going to be able to go on forever. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. That's not the case. Okay? You got to understand, man, since this devil been empowered, the earth has been in shambles. The mind of the people and the people themselves, physically, mentally, spiritually, have been in shambles, right? Everybody's been lewd and boasting in lewdness, boasting in wickedness, boasting in evil, right? Not knowing the punishment for that is severe, okay? The punishment for the things that these nations have done, especially Esau, the blood that's been spilt, the massacres, the killings, the unrighteousness, the evil, the unfairness, the lies, the treachery, the savagery of this devil, right? All that you guys are going to have to pay for. Right? You're not going to get away with nothing, man. You won't be able to get away with nothing. Everything that you nations have done, you're going to have to pay for it. Okay? Because you did it unto the children of Israel, which is the people of the Lord, man, the Lord's favorite people. Okay? And you nations are nothing. You nations are compared unto spit. You know what I'm saying? Or a drop that falleth from a vessel. You can read that in 2 Ezra 6:56. Okay, but again, I'm gonna make this video relatively quick. And get inside this house, man. It's raining, kind of hard out here or whatever. But we got to get it in. Got to do the work. The work must be done, man. But this is Psalms 49:6. It says, "They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches," right? And who trusts in their wealth more than Esau, right? As a matter of fact, this man's wealth is slipping. Right? America is now, $40 trillion in debt? It's the highest, right? And the article titled, and no one seems to care, right? And their solution, right, which is no solution, but their solution that they're going to try to implement is that RFID microchip, right? That one world government. It's a list that had came out, bro. Let's put it in a group, but it's a list that came out of what they're trying to do as far as the NWO. And it seemed like, this devil and these other nations always wanted to build, replicate the Tower of Babel, man. Okay? Ultimately, they want to be in power. Ultimately, they want to be, gods, so to speak. But they're no gods. They're actually the furthest thing from God. Okay? And you can look at it and you can tell, and it's evident through their actions. Contrary to popular belief, all you got to do is just look at the history. These people have committed crimes, that you can't even fucking utter comfortably. You can't even think about some of the shit that these nations have done, or Esau have done. These nations too, but really Esau, Psalms 49:6 says, they that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in a multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to the Most High a ransom for him. For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever. It says that he should still live forever and not see corruption. Right? Let me jump down. to 11. It says, the inward thought is that their houses shall continue. Matter of fact, first eat that wise man, I likewise a fool person. Let me get to the point. 11. It says, the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. Right, so the inward thought is that they'll continue forever, but you're not going to continue forever. The inward thought is that they'll be in power forever, but you're not going to be in power forever. You can't be, man. You know, wickedness is not immortal. Righteousness is immortal. Okay? It says they call their lands after their own names, right? America's named after Italian map maker, right? Amerigo Vespucci, right? You have Africa, named after I forgot. It's his first name started with an L, but his last name is Africanus, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So these are, two Edomites, you know what I'm saying, who, just to name a few places that's named after them that is named. Okay? It says they call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor by the not, he is like the beast that perish. So basically the point was in 11. The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Listen, your house it can't continue forever. You're not righteous, right? You have to be put out. Here it is, the earth is losing resources because you are in power, right? How the fuck the earth has been able to be sustained all this through all the rulerships, through all the kingdoms, through all this time, and then as soon as Esau get a grip, you know what I mean, on the earth, here it is. Shit is damn near to the point where it's extinct, because when you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, they have a greedy mentality. They have a greed mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker's a maniac, a psychopath. You know? They don't regard life. They don't care about that, man. You know what I mean? They would much rather get rid of people so they can have more control over people. You know what I mean? And that's really what their whole NWO is about. They're trying to be God. But they're no God. They're the furthest thing from God. Right? They're actually wicked and evil. Okay? And they trust in their wickedness. That's how you know they're not wise. You trust in their wickedness. How vain can you be? How carnal can you be, man? All right, it's Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. And we understand, right, the ultimate peril, right, that this place is going to see is 200,000 missiles, 200 million nukes that's prophesied to be shot upon this place. Okay? We understand that. And that'll be the end of this place. Okay? It says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. I'm jump down. It says, this is the portion of the wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. So, again, the reward for wickedness is destruction. The reward for wickedness is fire, ultimately. Okay? And you people don't have any, how can I say this, man? You don't have any spark to be righteous. You don't have any spark to serve the Lord. It's not in you. You don't have the zeal. See, our people, Israel, we have the zeal, right? Even, a nigga could be in the world, but a nigga know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? A nigga know right from wrong. Scripture say even the child know when he do a miss. But Esau, Esau wig out and wig all the way the fuck out. Everybody got to get it. Innocent people got to get it. Children got to get it. You know what I'm saying? Babies got to get it. You know, bros was telling the story about this dude. He had to bond out of jail for like 60,000 or something like that, but he was complaining. He was in a grocery store complaining about how high prices were, right? And he was like, I think when they rung him up, he turned around and grabbed somebody's baby and slammed the baby on something on the counter, I think, or something like that, man. Right? So this motherfucker just lashes out, right? But he talking about he couldn't afford. He lashed out because he couldn't afford his groceries, but he was able to afford a $60,000 bond. Like, come on, man. Right? So you see how savage he get to keep or to get in power. Imagine what it'll do to stay in power. Right? So this is what our people got to realize. And when you go and, you know, read about Jacob's trouble, it's a day like never before. Okay? So how bad? You got to think, man, how bad is it going to be? And if you ain't got the Lord with you in that time, then you it's over with. Okay? Lord willing, the Lord be with me and my household. Lord willing, the Lord be with you, sincere Akim, in your household, man. Okay? But this man is going to be in straits, man. Okay? Let me read this back. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Matter of fact, let's go to, let's get that word, straits. Let's get that word straits real quick. It says to bind, be distressed, be in distress, be cramped, be narrow, be scant, be in straits, make narrow, cause distress, besiege, to suffer distress. Okay, distressed, right? So basically a bad time, you know? It says be cramped, right? Be, you know, in straits, right? Where you so much shit going on. Like your whole operation gets stopped. Your whole operation is is not successful. It's cramped. You know what I'm saying? It's a difficult time, basically, for you and your plan, right? It says every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. The Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay, so hey, man, you know, when you're about to fill your belly, in a moment, boom, it's gonna be over with. And scripture say this place is gonna be destroyed within an hour. That great city is gonna be destroyed. What is it talking about? It's talking about this modern day Babylon. Okay, that's what it is, man. So when you think you're about to fill your belly or fulfill your enterprise or whatever, okay, when you think you're about to CHIP everybody and put it, this cause this, the things that y'all want to cause that's wicked and evil, the Lord is going to step in, man. Okay? The Lord is going to step in. And then it's done with after that. It's over with. Okay? So with that, man, Lord, the videos edifying, lonely, Yakim got something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai.